Yeah. Oh man, where's that button? I know there's the button that usually pops up, right? But then,
It's like next to the mute button, I think, right? Is that what you're talking about?
uh, like, the screen share, like it requests, right? Like because you're sharing with me, I thought there's usually like a pop-up that says you accept, and I don't see that. Can you reshare to me? Oh,
Sure. Let's reshare.
I just hear doo doo doo. But not the-
But you don't know where
uh,
it is?
oh wait, watch stream. I'm good. Thank you. It says watch.
Okay.
It's like not like a screenshot. It's like stream. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Cute. I'm good.
Okay. All right. So, last time we went through pretty much a lot of the things that were sort of we kind of came to a nice stopping point in terms of finishing up like the mini ER, right? And we were doing this thing where we were trying to like figure out how we can maybe simplify it down to like have it like do a function or have it act like a function, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, so for today, I think it's a little more open. We can talk about sort of like what are some different things we might want to try.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so we could try to do more things where like we instruct the LLM to be more, I guess, more of a robot and not
Mm-hmm.
not a person. Um,
Hmm.
or
Yeah.
yeah, or did you have other topics you wanted to cover?
Mm, no.
Okay,
Not right.
cool. It's not a big deal. Um, yeah, so I think what I find interesting is like the setup. So with the LLM, like yes, you have your task, right, of like what you want it to do, but oddly enough, depending on like what your setup is, whether you treat it like a person who's gonna get fired or you treat it like a computer program, I feel like it produces a different result, and it's kind of weird that it does that. Um,
Mhm.
so maybe what we should try to do is we should try different I'll call them personas for
Well,
now because I have
yeah.
no I mean I wouldn't call it a function a persona, but it's kind of like a persona.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I would say let's take one of our old um, I think which ones let's take one of our old examples and try different
Mm-hmm.
personas for that same exact example. So we have to go back pretty far, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So this is fake data. I think one time we had to do. I don't want to do a data cleaning example. Uh,
QA, which is better. I mean, we did a couple
oh, that
things.
QA one, right? Yeah. Okay, let's
Yeah,
look for
we
that
did a
one.
couple things. I wonder if they'll behave differently, from mock data as well.
Well, okay, we have this
I
one
mean, it's
where.
already pretty good. Yeah.
So this is one where we ask it to compare differences between ground truth and the two profiles,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
could take this one and we could modify it to either be more or less of a person,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
All right, so let's take this example and give it different personas and see if that will.
Change. Yeah.
Uh,
You are a QA specialist, or that, or there's a couple of roles we can try. You are a
okay.
CIA agent. That's
Well, no, I mean,
IRA.
you joke, but I think that's like a valid thing, right? Like you are a CIA agent. Like, uh, I mean, I know it's kind of funny, but like, I think like it does behave differently depending on like what kind of persona you give it. So it's like it's kind of strange that it does that, but I think it's worth trying, right? Um,
Okay.
so like you're a CIA agent with let's say with 20 years of experience in data engineering. Like, why not,
Yeah.
right? um,
Yeah.
uh, let's see. You will look at some sample data, compare the ground truth, note any differences. Okay, explain your reasoning step by step to your what's it called? What's the higher? It's not manager. So what's the CIA equivalent of a manager?
Director
Director?
or
Director?
yeah.
Okay.
I don't
uh, take a look at each field across all three and take into consideration possible name changes and typos. Okay. So your mission is critical. I spelled it wrong. Critical to the uh, to national security.
yeah. Yeah.
What is it called when don't they have like a rating system? I don't actually know what it is, but like they rate certain like missions, right?
How do they?
I don't
I
know.
wonder.
Maybe it's just from TV. I don't know. I don't actually know if they do or don't. But how do I let it know that this is like like a
Security, but like levels. Yeah, like
yeah like level 5 or whatever if that's how it goes. Anyways, that's okay. Let's just start with that. Um, let's just
mhm.
start with that as the CEI as the we'll
CIA agent.
the
Yeah.
CIA agent.
What
We'll give
to do
this a
with the
try.
ground? Yeah.
I mean, let's. All right. So this is all the setup.
Director.
Here are my findings. First and middle name both. Oh wait, we never looked at it ourselves. So just make sure we refresh ourselves with
Oh
the.
yeah, we have yeah.
Okay, so this was the Grace Baker Jones example.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay, so we have Grace
Oh,
Baker Jones from San Antonio, and Grace has two addresses in San Antonio. Okay.
San Pedro and Maine. Okay.
Yeah. And okay, so now the first profile is also Grace Baker Jones. Okay, I think this is a slightly different postal code. No dates. Similar thing. Profile 2 is similar. And I think it has like
But
slightly
the
different
main street.
address.
I see. There's
Huh?
a main street
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. It was just Main Street, right? No address. Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. So let's see how it does. First and middle name. Both profiles match the ground truth date of our first and middle.
Okay.
Wait,
Grace
are the
Baker
last
Jones.
names different? Were they all Jones?
Grace Baker Jones.
Yeah, I think they were all.
They're all the same.
Oh,
Grace
so okay,
Baker
so it
Jones.
just didn't mention last name. Okay. Oh, okay. So, no, it does.
Okay, so they all match. Okay.
Oh,
This is the most critical field.
see, this is different, right?
This is critical. Yeah, I guess address is very critical,
Yeah.
for the
Well, no,
mission.
I'm just talking
Yeah.
about like the formatting, right? Because before it wouldn't do that,
Mm,
right? It wouldn't talk about like, oh, this field is important, and it doesn't like
critical.
break it down further.
Yeah.
Okay, so it
Okay.
caught the Texas versus TX. That's good.
Oh,
Matches the ground truth exactly. Well, only includes the street name, not the full address. Okay, so it caught that. Address, street address 2. Profile 1 has a slight discrepancy. Oh, so, wow, it caught this.
yeah, 220,
I
profile
remember
1.
last time it didn't catch that. Sometimes it would just miss it.
Mm, yeah, we will have
Yeah.
to see if it's reliable, by
Yeah.
doing that.
Okay, so
Profile.
it caught the dates, right? So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, address 2. Okay, so again, same Texas. Okay, it caught the 4-digit extension.
Yes.
Uh, and both
Only
products.
includes the street name, not the full address. Okay. The main street, right? Just
Yeah. Yep. Okay, and it caught the dates.
I just define process is correct address.
Well, profile 2 only includes the name. Yep, profile 1 has the correct move out date for one of the addresses, while profile 2 only has the move out date for the other addresses.
Oh.
Yep, has the extension. I recommend profile 1 for our mission critical operations.
Yeah.
There you go, right?
Oh, okay. So the last point, right? Although profile one has an additional four-digit extension and a slight discrepancy in the suite number, these are less critical than having the correct street address and moving dates. Oh, it's interesting. Like it thinks street address and the dates are more critical than that the suite number. So it actually kind of has some tier of importance.
Yeah, so let's see. So the suite number. So yeah, the suite number is wrong, right? It's
Uh-huh.
so that's, but the address is correct. Whereas, yeah, I mean, we do think profile 1 is better, right?
Uh, I think so. I think so. It also talks about how main is like missing like stuff.
The street address, yeah,
Yeah,
the street
it thinks
address
it's
1 is.
critical. Yes, but
Yeah,
sweet is less critical. Yeah,
yeah.
and that dates are important
Mm-hmm.
apparently. And then these, yeah, the
Yeah.
profile too does have date. Oh, though it does have dates, but it has
Profile does
no
only
date.
has one date, yeah.
Okay.
So,
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, I
that's
mean,
good. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so let's try let's copy and let's do this again. But let's change the persona.
Hmm.
All right, what are we gonna change it to?
Uh, but do we want to do this like a see, like try it again to see if it's
Oh, you just want to
different?
regenerate it? Oh yeah, yeah. We can
Variability?
yeah, let's do
Yeah, yeah,
that for just to
variability.
make
Yeah.
sure that it's
If the agent is consistent. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so
You're a
it's
CIA
it's
robot.
still it's still it still reports to the director, right? So it's still
Yeah, director.
okay. So it's a little less verbose this time,
Uh-huh.
but it still pointed out the address and the postal code and the move
Mhm.
in move out dates. It found, yep, it found the typos in the suite and this, and so it still says profile 1 is closer.
Uh-huh. It could be a typo or extended, but they do not see.
Yeah.
Uh,
It has like it's like writing a letter or something.
This is more closely uses that than consumer thing too.
It's as if it was like it knows that like, hey, you know, ask
Yeah,
ChatGPT how to do this. So it's just like, okay, remember to put in your name, not my name.
yeah, yeah.
uh,
Well, at least
so
it's pretty consistent in some way. Like it thinks sweet number. It could be a typo minor, and then
yeah.
it thinks the more important is getting the street right. So
Hmm.
okay, that's a good
Yeah, it,
persona.
it does seem pretty
Yeah,
consistent, right? Yeah.
yeah,
All right,
yeah,
let's retry a completely different persona.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, what would be a different persona?
Mm,
I'm gonna say data scientist.
yeah, sure.
I guess we'll change this to data science.
Yeah.
uh, okay. I guess we'll change this to manager.
Mm,
Uh,
which
okay, your assignment is critical to our company OKRs. If you fail,
you
you
will.
will be terminated. um, oh, hey, here. You are a senior uh, data
Hmm.
scientist.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
actually matters, by the way.
Very important. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've done other things where I've had like the LLM like talk to each other, and one of my past streams we had like a junior developer and like a senior developer,
Yeah.
and like the senior developer would like was instructed to give the junior developer like advice, and so like it
Mm,
actually like matters.
mm,
It's
mm.
kind of strange, but yeah.
Oh.
No any differences. Okay. Anything else we need to change?
Uh, well, I mean, it's pretty vanilla, you know?
Yeah. All right. Let's give this a shot. Maybe 20 years is too much, huh? I don't think it matters.
Yeah. Yeah.
That I don't think like I feel like the LM doesn't actually consider like the like when it just sees 20 years, it just like a lot. Like I think that's just all
Mhm,
it takes. But I don't know.
mm,
We'll see.
mhm.
Okay. Notice that doesn't address your manager, right?
Yeah, yeah,
It's so
yeah, it is a
disrespectful.
structure. Yeah, yeah. It doesn't have
Uh,
that yeah.
okay. Comparing it with know the
Let's see.
differences. All right. So I found the it has the same names. That's correct. Both profiles have the correct city, state, and postal code. However, there's an extra
Mhm,
hyphen with postal code digits. All right, that's correct. Profile 2 has the correct postal code for both addresses. It has Texas spelled out. Yep. Profile 1 has the correct street address. It capitalizes avenue. Wait, oh, that's the first time I caught that.
oh, yeah, it mentions that avenue, like the San Pedro. It
Uh, wait. Yeah, actually, we forgot about that.
oh, wait,
It has Ave
in
instead
profile
of
2 or both? Oh,
Avenue.
both. Uh-huh. What
Yeah,
does it say
both of
about
them.
it? Oh, okay.
Hmm. I mean, that's technically wrong, I guess.
I
But
mean, both, yeah, both have them.
hmm.
Uh, profile 2.
All right. So the move in, move out dates. Yep. Okay. Based on the analysis, I conclude that profile one is closer. Very good.
Mhm,
Although profile one has minor discrepancies in the postal code, it has the correct street address for both addresses and the correct move out date for the second address. On the other hand, profile 2 has major discrepancies in the street address, right?
mhm.
It has the same incorrect street address for both addresses. Yep.
If I visit
uh,
the
I'm surprised it didn't say something like "Don't terminate me."
yeah, yeah, it's more chill or something.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it did okay. Let's regenerate
Yeah.
it just to make sure that it's not a complete fluke.
Mhm. Okay,
Okay, so
last
this time it
one.
lists out the actual names. That's nice. Yeah. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, and it still thinks
Mhm,
profile one is
mhm,
closer. Yep.
mhm. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, let's do a persona that like we think will do poorly, just to really see the difference.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Junior. Just kidding.
A junior. Well, I mean, we could like actually
Intern.
we can
No,
do.
no,
You
intern.
are a student, right?
Mhm.
Uh,
You're a grad
at
student who's very tired. Overworked.
you are a tired
Grad
and
student
overworked grad student.
made to do this.
Wait, and you're not paid to do this?
Well,
Wait, is that what you said?
yeah, I mean, they're usually
You are a tired, overworked grad student,
yeah.
uh,
See how tired.
working for your lunch.
Very poor. Yeah.
uh, okay. All right. Okay. Explain your reasoning step by step to your professor.
Yeah.
Um,
Your science
your
critical
your
to our
assignment will let's say your assignment will be graded a failing. No.
oof.
No, let's maybe do something more positive. Well, I don't know. Do we do more
Yeah.
positive?
Uh,
Or
you
no,
will be
you.
awarded like I don't know, $100, a free lunch.
No, no, no,
So
no, no,
sad.
no. Well, I was gonna say something like you need an A on this assignment uh, to pass this class. Instead of, I guess it's still threatening it, but it's passively aggressively threatening it. uh, I don't know if this will have any impact, saying that it's tired, but we'll see.
Yeah, it'll probably just yeah. I don't know how the quality of the answer.
It might just complain. It might just say like, "Oh, I didn't get any sleep,"
Yeah.
or something like that. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Dear professor.
All right.
Oh, okay.
All right. First name matches. Middle name matches. Last name matches. All right. It caught the suite number and it caught the postal code.
Uh-huh. Wait, are they both 20 or only one of them is
I
20?
think they're both 20.
Oh, are they? Oh,
So
okay.
20 for profile 2 and
Oh,
20 for
20.
profile
Okay,
1.
okay.
Yeah, they're both
I
20.
see. Okay. Well, I'm the tired one.
Well, we've been looking at this example over and over again, so
Yeah.
we're like, all right. So the ground truth for the address 2, no movement doubts. Yep. Correct address but lacks the dates.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Let's assess the criticality of the mismatches.
Sweet number.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. The correct answer.
Yeah, it still did okay. Profile 1 is still
Yeah.
okay. Competency.
Oh, I love it. I love grad students.
You
Yeah.
love grad students.
It's probably my favorite, you know?
It's, does it just take you back?
No, I just feel like it seems to, like this is trying its best or something.
It's
Yeah, like
you feel bad for the grad student?
yeah, I take this. Hired.
All right, let's try regenerating just to see
Yeah.
what else. Dear professor, look, this time it had the formality.
Organized.
Oh, but it kept the same format. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So it does the names, does the addresses. Uh, Very thorough. Okay, now it does the comparisons. Yep, it found the postal code and the suite. All right, it found the address.
Great. Mhm.
Yep, it found the dates. Yep, and
Mhm.
profile one is better.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good job. Yes.
I guess grad students can do data
They can do
comparisons.
anything. Yeah, yeah.
We might have to like make it dumber.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know. What happens if we do like a 5-year-old? Like, what sort of
You want to go five? You don't do like high school? To just like, maybe not
Oh,
go
yeah.
that low.
Yeah. I wonder, if things become simpler or something. I don't know.
Well, oh,
Like,
well, let's do middle school. Let's go in the middle
tired,
between high school.
overworked. Okay.
Oh, do we still want tired and overworked?
Well, probably, no, probably just happy. I don't know.
Happy.
Yeah, yeah.
uh, you are a happy middle school student.
Working
Uh,
for
let's say working for your allowance.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Okay.
Extra
Uh,
credit or something.
oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Working for extra credit. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
better.
Mhm.
To your, let's say, teacher, right?
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
Uh, I mean, does a middle school student even know JSON?
Yeah.
You knew
Wait,
JSON in middle school?
well, I'm sure students now do.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Anyways,
It's so good. Yeah, yeah, this is class. Ooh, okay.
yeah, come to think of it, my first programming class I think was in high school, and we learned Java.
Mm,
Yeah,
wow.
that
That's
was
tough.
hard.
Yeah. That's hard,
Uh,
yeah. Yeah.
Anyways,
My
considering okay, your assignment will be graded. You need this extra credit to pass this class.
Mhm.
But you're still
Yes.
happy.
Yes. Of
Okay.
course.
Okay. All right, let's see if a middle school student can do it.
Mhm.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, I don't think I could have done this in middle school. I don't know. I don't think I could have. I remember being a very naive and dumb middle school student.
No,
My
that's
I
what we need. That's what we need. We need people, like plain, like nothing, assume nothing. Yeah. Sure.
All right, so it still does the comparisons, right? It has
That's
some
right. Yeah.
terrible formatting, but hey,
Yeah. Yeah.
middle school students can't format, I guess.
Yes.
It knows the differences. Okay, yep, it found them. You think our example is just too easy? Like the ground
I mean,
truth and the
we
profiles
can
one
make
and
it more
two?
complicated. Yeah. Profile 2
Anyways.
does not have second address. It does, isn't
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got that wrong.
Mhm. It's possible, but not likely. Where is it?
Wait, okay, let me just double check that I actually pasted everything in.
Mm.
Profile 2 does have the second address. Okay.
Mhm,
Okay, so
yeah.
it hallucinated that.
You're
It just
right, yeah.
hallucinated that. Okay, yeah, I guess it does worse if you are a middle school student. You just don't read stuff.
Yeah, just to skip over things, you know?
You just skip over things? Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
Let's just regenerate it just to see if it actually.
Yeah, true, yeah.
Oh, now it
Okay,
does this format.
yeah.
Okay, so it caught the postal code.
Mhm,
Yeah, I think this time it caught everything.
mhm,
Yeah, this time it didn't say that the street address was missing or
yeah.
address 2 was missing. So,
Mhm. Sure, let it happen. Okay. Well, it's not too unlike what the other ones that we've seen. This one.
yeah. Yeah. Okay, we have 10
Yeah.
messages left. Oh, did I like overuse like the tokens?
Oh, oh,
Oh well, it's fine.
and messages left.
Yeah. That's okay.
Mm.
We have very, very long messages, so maybe that's why. All right,
Uh-huh. Oh, true. Okay.
let's try. Oh, why is it this? Yeah, so it seems, I mean, aside from that one hiccup with the middle school student just forgetting the second address, it does
Mhm.
seem like, the persona doesn't matter too much.
Mhm.
Uh,
In our examples here, yeah.
yeah, well, let's think about this. So what the task here is to compare things to a ground truth, right? So it's like
Mhm.
spot the difference. So I guess like
Yeah.
the LLM has like it's pretty good at the whole spot the difference thing, right?
Mhm.
Like it catches most things. There was the couple times where it hallucinated stuff.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I guess it's not always consistent, right, with what it catches.
Mm.
So,
Yeah. There's some other things we can try out, such as, well, I don't know. If we give like gender is male for one of the profiles, I wonder if it would be like, oh, ground truth, Grace is more likely to be female. That would be making assumptions, right? Um, I wonder
oh,
if it
oh,
would.
oh, I see. So we leave out the ground truth gender, but in the profiles we put gender.
Yeah.
Ah, that's interesting. Well, we can do
Uh,
that. Let's do that.
I wonder if it would say, hey,
Right. So we want to put male here and
yeah, just like extra information that might seem a bit weird or, you know, not common sense.
okay, so do we want to do that for
Yeah.
profile 1 or 2?
Maybe just one of them.
Okay.
Oh, a profile one or two. Maybe one. Yeah, because one is better one, right? Let's see if it throws it off.
If it throws it off, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I don't even know if it notices. Mhm.
Hmm. That's a good point. I don't know any male Grace. Do you?
Mhm. No,
Okay.
I don't. Yeah.
Okay. So, all right, let's try the middle school student again. See if the middle
Mhm.
school student knows about
Yeah.
gender of common
Yeah, as a
neighbors.
human, actually, I probably wouldn't know. Maybe it's kind of like what it says. It depends on the criticality of like things. Yeah.
Right, but let's see if it catches it, right? I think that's the whole point.
Yeah,
Is
let's see
like,
if it catches
does it
first.
do
Yeah.
the comparison?
Mhm.
Oh, I still have 10 messages left. I guess it always says I have 10.
Mhm. Mhm.
uh, anyways. Okay, so
Yeah.
analyzes it. The names are correct. contain the same address. That's right. Suite number. So I found the suite number, found the move-in dates.
Oh, there!
Oh, there it
Hey,
goes. Gender.
so it does.
Okay. Yeah, it did catch
Hmm.
it.
Hmm. But gender means is less critical compared to street address. Gender can be more subjective, and it can be used for both males and females.
I mean,
uh, but yeah,
yeah,
I mean, I kind of agree. Subjective and objective, you know.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Good job, middle school student. You know.
Yeah,
Oh, I like that. I mean, yeah, it doesn't throw it off, you know. So yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
okay. Oh, actually, I did use a message. Okay, so it has 9 messages left.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's retry that same thing, but I have a different persona. So I'm wondering if the student persona doesn't work, if let's try like the robot like persona.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Or like
Roll.
you
Yeah,
are
yeah.
uh uh you are an artificial intelligence uh program.
Mhm,
Mm, no, what would be the better word for it? Agent, agent.
mhm, mhm,
Okay. Um, working for the betterment of humanity.
mhm.
Okay. Okay. Explain your reasoning step by step to your, what is that? What would that be called? Your creator? Take a look at each field. Okay, consider the likelihood. Okay. Your assignment what?
Will be
Your assignment is important to the
the civilization. Oh.
no, yeah, you're right, yeah,
Dude,
to the
yeah,
future uh of
yeah,
humanity,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's do that. So something about this is just a little meta. Um,
Mm.
like I wonder in its training, how much of its training like tells it. Oh, I spelled artificial wrong. Um, how much in the training did they like train Minstrel-Medium that like you are an artificial intelligent agent? Do you know what I mean?
Mhm. Mm,
Like I don't
okay.
actually know how much of it like it was trained on that. So like this
Mm.
this actually might be the default actually.
The default, yeah. Like,
Uh,
it's already
but
working for the betterment.
well, I don't know if that's the default.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
I think the artificial intelligent agent is might be the default. I don't remember.
Mm,
Okay, so I found Grace Baker Jones contains a gender which is incorrect as it indicates male, while Ground Tooth just is a female name. Okay,
mhm,
so
yeah,
this time it's a little less subjective,
mhm,
where it's less it's more sure about it.
mhm. The tone, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the address, second address is so it does first address in profile one, second address in profile one. Okay. All right. So I
Mhm,
found everything there. Yep. And it found the dates. All right. It found this incomplete address. And it's missing the move out dates. Yep.
mhm,
It finds the Ave versus Avenue. Okay, and the suite number and the move out dates. Okay, so that's pretty good.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, so yeah, so it makes the conclusion that profile one has the incorrect gender field.
Mhm. Is uncritical. Should be still the correct habit.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, all of them kind of noticed.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
all noticed it. So
Yeah.
yeah. Well, it does make me think about
Uh-huh.
like like I guess a similar use case for LLMs, right? So like
Uh-huh.
for us as humans, you know, when we are looking at this example over and over and over again, like our eyes get tired, right? We
Mhm.
get tired. We're like, oh yeah, is this the same, Grace? Yep, right?
Yeah.
And we get
Yeah.
tired. We get bored. The AI doesn't, right?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
like perhaps these types of like simple comparisons are like
Mhm.
ways that we can do more like automated
Oh,
QA,
correct. Yeah. I
right?
definitely think so. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I mean, I really like the conclusions, right? I mean, if we really trust in the reasons, I think they're reliable, then I would go straight to the conclusion and say, hey, which one is better, right? And I really like how it says, well, gender needs to be looked at. Um, yeah.
yeah, you're right. So if we only read this,
Mm-hmm.
right? If we were the manager, right, or whatever,
Mm. Yeah.
right, and we only read this, like I think that's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Considering how much data you would have to like look at, like this is not a
Yeah.
right, like this is a lot of scrolling,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, if we
Yeah.
only looked at this and read
Yeah.
this, I think yeah, this is probably
Much
pretty good.
better. Yeah, especially each person could have so many fields, right? There's not just two addresses, there are definitely more addresses.
Hmm.
Mhm. And it can correct simple things like, the postal code or stuff that we should be catching. So, yeah. And I like
Right.
the criticality, assessment. Somehow it makes it more objective or like I mean it's kind of subjective, but it kind of at least it's clear about it. Um
Hmm.
yeah.
Well, I think what you're trying to say is that it's flexible, right? Like it's
Yeah.
yeah, because like it's not always very rigid in like its analysis.
Uh-huh.
So like it can adapt to like whatever's there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. But
Yeah.
on the other side of this, we never actually got a persona that like did poorly. I guess the middle school student did the worst because they had that one flop.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And I wonder if it's like a temperature, right? Like all of them mostly except for that one case that would kind of stood out. The other ones are kind of more or less sort of similar.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
we could do the 5-year-old,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Uh,
See where things break down.
well, actually, let's do this. You are a forgetful 5-year-old. Uh, well, we don't need this. You are a forgetful 5-year-old uh, asked to do adult things you might not understand. Okay, so
Miss.
then we'll give
Yeah.
it that
Yeah.
to your parent.
Yeah.
Your assignment. Okay, let's just say your assignment is not important.
Hmm. Not important.
Is not important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, you will still uh, get treats regardless
Mhm. Yeah.
of how well you do.
Mhm. Mhm.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I spelled forget.
Mhm.
Okay.
Disrespectful
What?
or dishonest.
Dishonest. Oh no.
5-year
That's
old. Yeah. Uh,
all right. Let's see if we can get a persona to not do well. What does it say? Okay, mom slash
Okay,
dad.
mom slash dad. That's good. Uh,
uh, oh, it got the suite number.
uh-huh.
Wow. Okay. It got yeah. It found the missing address.
It's just me.
Yeah,
Doing this
and the
and
ground truth. Hey, it still got it.
yeah, yeah, for the second. So I think the
uh,
missing suite number is for both though,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Like missing suite number, but okay, but only having part of address for the second answer.
yeah.
So I think it's close to happen. But remember, Mom, that this is just my best guess based on that we have.
So it's still okay. So I guess like this is maybe like a limitation of the LLM, right? So it's still a machine, not a person, right? Like a
Hmm.
person would know that a 5-year old doesn't know this stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Like a 5-year old
yeah.
would like a person would know that a 5-year old doesn't understand data.
Hmm.
Right. And so like
Yeah,
would not be able to do this comparison.
yeah,
Right. So even though it's
yeah.
sort of role playing a little bit, it
Hmm.
doesn't have like that world knowledge of like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I bet if it's 1 year old, it would still
It would still do it.
say
Yeah, yeah.
something
I
like
think it
it
was
would still do it. Yeah.
yeah. Or if you said like, if you're a baby that can't read. Actually,
Yeah.
a 5-year old can't read this. A 5-year old can't read this either.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure
It's
it would
always
still do it.
yeah.
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 Right. I think so
Uh-huh.
like that's like I guess like that's how they do some of those like tests where they like figure out like how there's probably like a psychology word for it, right?
Mhm.
Like how self-aware. It's not self-aware
Mhm.
or like it's like the awareness of the knowledge of somebody else. What is that called? I don't know. Right?
Mm.
Like we know that a 5-year old it can't read data,
Mhm.
but the machine doesn't, right? So like it can't put itself in a 5-year
The
old's
contact
shoes.
in the shoes, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, it doesn't
yeah.
have that ability to do that. Um,
Uh-huh.
so I don't know what the psychological term is for that. But
Yeah.
yeah, it
Uh-huh.
does seem to not be able to do that, which is probably a good thing right now.
Yeah. I guess 5-year-old probably doesn't write that much for the machine, to know, right? I guess the models are trained on materials, not mostly not written for by 5-year-old. Is that
Yeah, I mean that's
yeah.
true,
Uh,
right? But at the same time, it also like doesn't have that like sort of reasoning capability to reason that like a 5-year old can't read
mhm.
or can
Yeah.
only read certain things,
Uh-huh.
right? So
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe they'll do that one day
yeah, I don't
to
know
to
if I don't know if
getting
he'll be
closer,
able.
right?
You think it'll get
Yeah.
closer to being, but like how
Maybe.
but
Yeah.
what would
Yeah.
it do? It would just be like say like blah 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 instead of like giving you an answer? Like
Yeah, maybe I don't know. You have to be trained on like materials, right? But I guess maybe eventually they'll be training on things like from like audio to text, right? Like, uh,
well, no no
I
no no.
wonder if.
What even if it was trained on like output from a baby or from a 5 year
Mhm,
old, it
mhm,
still needs that higher level, like I said, that ability to know what somebody else would know.
mhm.
Like I
Oh,
again,
oh, oh, yeah,
right? Like it has
yeah,
like that's not what a 5 year old like knows,
yeah.
right? So it has to like know that it doesn't know.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Do you think if our prompt were more like how we would talk to a 5-year-old? Because it doesn't seem like, I mean, of course, our prompt is very mature, right? Like, do this, do that. Like, that's how you would talk to an adult. Um, I don't know if we change our prompt so we're really talking to a 5-year-old, which I don't know. Then maybe it's impossible. Like,
How would you change this?
I
As soon
know what
as
you mean. Yeah, yeah,
as
yeah.
soon as you get the sample data, you're gonna be like, how do I say
Good
sample
time.
data to a 5 year old?
They're like, what? I just run away already.
Uh,
Yeah, maybe it's impossible.
yeah.
Yeah,
But you know something, when I explain things to my kid, I just talk
yeah.
to her like she's an adult. I don't use 5 year old words.
Uh-huh.
So like most of
Yeah.
the time she just constantly asks me, like, what's communication? And I'm like she's like, I don't know what that means. And I'm like, oh wait.
Communication.
And I was like trying to explain it to her and I was like, oh, this is just hard now.
Just talk. Yap. Talk, talk.
Uh,
Pretty good
anyways.
though, still. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I still quite like it. I think maybe I like the grad student output, the format the
The grad
best.
student, you like the grad?
I don't know, like it feels just cleaner, the output format or
Hmm.
something, like to me. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that is an interesting thing to think about, right? Because I do think that a lot of the training data could have revolved around like a grad school level of
Mhm.
writing,
Mhm.
right? Like
Yeah.
I think there is like if you even if you think about like newspaper articles or magazine articles, that level of English is usually at like a college writing like level, right? Or
Mhm.
grad school level type of writing,
Mhm.
right? So like yeah, and I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
like the only thing I think like the sort of more public, like a company blog or things like that might go down to like an undergrad level or maybe a high school level English.
Mhm.
But I would suspect that most English text
Mhm.
that the LLM was trained on was probably around like that college,
Mhm.
undergrad, grad school level of like English.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, I think so too. I would think
Yeah,
so. They just have to write a lot, you know? Yeah.
yeah.
They are overworked, so
There.
I mean, usually.
uh, are you reminiscing on?
Oh, no, 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 not at all. It's just, yeah, like,
Uh,
you have to be productive.
anyways, okay. Yeah, so I guess trying the different personas, uh, the different personas didn't really lead to much of like a different
Yeah.
reasoning capabilities. It really just
Mhm.
had like slightly different formatting,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
So I guess
Yeah.
that's sort of like the lesson learned, right? Is that like having it undertake the different personas is really, yeah, it's more about like that like how it articulates it, how it sort of
Mhm.
formats everything, uh,
Mhm.
but it's still able to do the comparison.
Mhm. Yeah, at least for comparison tasks, it seems like that. I wonder if it's different for like other tasks, like for mock data. Mm,
Well,
don't
I
know.
think the other problem with this is that the LLM was also trained on a lot of code,
Mhm.
right? So like it was trained on reading a lot of JSON already, right?
Mhm.
So like that's why it can, you know, read incomplete JSON. uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So because of that, I I'm not sure if like the persona is really going to impact it.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
But
That's
anyways,
true. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, well, especially for any sort of data engineering task.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
hey, yeah, that was still kind of fun. Um,
Yeah.
Anything else you want to talk about in terms of interesting things or lessons learned?
Mm. No, no. I like this one because this one's very uh relevant to yeah immediately. I
Yeah,
like to use it. I like to hire a lot of UQAs, so or grad students.
or grad students
I would
hire.
like to.
You just want to make lots of LLM grad students to to do
Yeah,
your
I
bidding,
want to
right?
have an army, yeah, of QAs that I don't have.
Well, I think there's still a couple of QA use cases that we didn't touch, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which ones were they? So we can maybe go through them. I'll write them down so we can remember next
Mhm.
week.
But this one, I feel like we could definitely blow it up to like more complexity. Like, we can do different variations at address and more addresses. Like varying lengths and or ranks. You know, what else? So I think this could get complicated in terms of comparisons. What about other
So you just
QA?
mean like just more like more data slash like bigger JSON
Yeah,
objects basically? Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And then also kind of ranking if I swap the order, or date ranges, overlapping, or now it has phones. Uh,
Oh right,
yeah,
okay. So swap
yeah, stuff like that. Yeah.
swap rankings. What
Uh-huh.
about so like we were thinking about having a comparison where there's no ground truth and we
Mm-hmm.
just had like, you know, ER1 output, ER2 output. Which one do you think did a better job?
Mm-hmm. Right. Right.
Something like
Oh, that
that.
one I remember it's kind of complicated, right? Did we when we
We
tried
I
the
don't think we ever did that.
Oh, we didn't do that? Oh,
I
okay.
don't think so, no.
Okay, then we can do
What
that too.
ER output comparisons.
Uh-huh.
Let's yeah. Yeah, I think that one's kind of has some practical use cases for us. So maybe we should
Uh-huh.
try that. See how
Oh,
well.
so you mean like some records, and then so this is the result, and this is another result, and which one is a better mesh, right? Of um,
Exactly,
which one is a better
exactly.
result? Okay, okay,
So so I'll just do this now. So what I'm saying is, okay, so you have so there's no ground truth, there's just profile 1, profile 2,
yeah.
right? Um and we can say okay, so we can say profile so profiles have record, let's just say record ID, right? And I'm just going to give this some 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 record number,
Hmm.
right? And then now how do I copy it? Let's copy. I'm gonna get rid of address actually, so I'm not gonna do address. Let's just do. Okay, so now we have another record, right? And now this one has, let's just say Grace Jones, San Antonio, and null, right? So basically what this is saying is that, profile two, like one of the entity resolution processes brought these two records together,
Mhm.
right? And then I'll have to type it all out for it like to see it, to
Mhm.
show it. So maybe I'll prepare that because you have to put
Mm,
like
mhm.
multiple. You have to do like one profile has five records. Profile one has five records. Profile two has like four, but only three of them overlap, and it has another additional one that it brought in.
Mhm.
And then so you
Mhm.
can do that comparison of like, hey, like which set of records is the better set?
Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to prepare the
Cool. Yeah.
exact example because it's gonna take a long time to do that. So I'll do that off stream, and then we can try it. We can try that
Mhm.
on stream, see if it does any
Yeah.
better. So
Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah. This sounds like complicated.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a little complicated. It's fine
Yeah.
though. We'll see how well it does, right? Anyways, all
Yeah.
right. Well, happy Friday.
Cool.
Thanks everybody. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Happy Friday. Good weekend.